Hello, I'm Dr. Laura Sikola with Straight Up English. The purpose of these videos is to serve as a tool for teachers of English as a second or foreign language to demonstrate simple, effective strategies for teaching in the communicative classroom. Today's topic is word stress. And word stress is something that's very important in English. It actually is almost more important than individual consonant and vowel sounds for clear pronunciation. And so in order to show you a clear and easy way and a fun way to show your students how to produce the correct stress, we're going to use a very readily available tool, a rubber band. This is something that everybody has and is very easy to find. Now, one warning that I will give you right off the bat is that when you give these to your students, you must first warn them that they are not allowed to shoot them at their classmates, because that will be a temptation for many of them. So if you think that your students are not mature enough to use these responsibly, then simply use your hands in a motion like I'm going to show you without it. It helps to connect the kinesthetic and tactile motion to other memories that are associated with language. And so later on, when students are trying to remember these words and to pronounce them correctly, they will have the memory of the physical feeling of the band itself and the motions associated with it. So let's get started. So let's take the example of computer. We're all using a computer right now of some sort. So computer has 3 syllables, computer. And the stress is on the second syllable, on pew. So what you're going to do is hold the rubber band just with your thumbs, and then when you have the long syllable, the stressed syllable, you're going to stretch and hold the rubber band. And for the unstressed syllables, you're going to clap your hands for the contrast. So on computer, if you just want to work on the length, if you know that syllable and vowel length is hard, we go to the side. Computer, computer. Okay? And if the pitch height is more challenging for you, then you simply hold your hands vertically and clap in this direction. Computer, computer. And if you need to work on both, as I would recommend for everybody, you go diagonally. Computer. And in the beginning, it may be difficult for some students because they'll want to clap for everything or they'll want to stretch for every syllable. So you want to make sure that their coordination is accurate. So they're not saying computer or just making one word and be one stretch, like computer. They need to realize that it's either a clap or a stretch. And so for some of them, in the beginning, you may actually need to hold their hands for them. So if they have their hands holding the band, you'll take their hand and stretch it for them, one of their hands in each of yours. Or you hold the rubber band, and you have them put their hands over the top of yours, so you can stretch and clap, and they can feel the pattern correctly. So let's see. Let's try a few other examples. Everybody watches movies and listens to music, so most of your students will probably know Hollywood. And there's 3 syllables there. The stress is on the first syllable, so we get Hollywood. Hollywood. From there, once you've gotten students to generate a few of their own examples, then we can go into some more academically focused vocabulary. Well, words like develop, develop, develop. In American English, the stress goes on the second syllable, whereas in some other dialects, for example, in Indian English, they'll often put the stress on the first syllable. So they'll say develop, which would be develop, which is almost the same, but in reality, when people are listening to that pronunciation but expecting to hear develop, they actually get confused by it and have a hard time figuring out what the word is. Even though it seems like all the other sounds are the same, it really is very, very confusing. Let them experiment with it. in partners, in groups, by themselves, or whole class with you.